The women's basketball season may be over, but their work for this year is far from finished. Elon is in the middle of its intense off-season conditioning program as the team looks to improve their abilities on the court through work off of it. For an inside look of what goes on into these workouts, we talked with junior Kelsey Evans to find out more about how the team is gearing up for next season.
Well, usually after the season's over, they give us a couple weeks to kind of recoup from the season. You know, it's a long season, so they give us time to rest. And then afterwards, you know, we get right to work. So we start with weights and agilities, and we have individual practices. So like today, I was at an individual for about an hour and 15 minutes, working on different skills, things that I need to improve on or that, you know, anyone needs to improve on. Towards the end of the year, we have a meeting with them and they tell us, you know, these are the things you need to do better, these are the things you need to work on. And that's what we do in preparation because, you know, our coaches say all the time that everything's done in the off season. So in preparation for the season, like, we're not going to win a championship in the season, we're going to win it in the off season.
A winning mentality is what drives Evans and the Phoenix to improve their skill sets, as the off season allows for meticulous dedication to grow their games that the regular season can't provide.
Well, in season is very dedicated to you know, games. So we're very focused on our opponents, we're very focused on our offense, we're very focused on our cohesiveness as a team, I guess. And then in the off season, we really work individually. You know, we work to try to become better as individuals, so then in the in-season, we can kind of work together better as a team. There's always something that you can work on, and especially as a team, I think our defense, we really, they emphasize working on defense because we want to be able to stop people. I know specifically for me, they want me to work on my defense getting lower and being able to stop people, but also working on my kind of guard-like abilities, you know, my abilities to dribble or to kind of take someone off the bounce or to be more of a threat. And I think that's kind of their goal for everyone, is to make everyone a threat. So we want to be able to throw something at someone, you know, Appalachian State, Samford, Chattanooga, whatever, that they haven't seen before, because, you know, people that have been in the program for as long as I've been here, you know, they know what we're going to do. They know what we're good at. They know our favorite move. So now it's time to kind of, I guess, build your arsenal and be able to throw something at them that they weren't expecting.
Workouts may be grueling to fight through, but for the players, the pain is absolutely worth the gain.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough. You know, the first week or two you're really sore and you can't move, but you know, after you kind of get over that hump, it's and you keep progressing, it's very motivating, you know, because after a couple weeks you're like, wow, I'm getting better, or wow, I'm getting stronger. It just kind of fuels you to want more.
Head coach Charlotte Smith and her staff have done all they can to maximize the results of the off-season program, from designing the workloads to going up against the players themselves in the drills.
I mean, I've always admired Coach Smith, and I think it's really cool to play against her, to even get tidbits from her. You know, when she's there and she's guarding us, she'll be like, hey, try this, or hey, do this instead of this, and I'm like, oh wow, you know, that makes a lot more sense. So I think having her there is very helpful, and all the coaches are like that. You know, anytime, you know, they all are really trying to make us better. So I think genuinely, you know, they're trying to push us, they're trying to make us better, and I can really appreciate that.
It is here amongst metal and machinery that the foundation for a championship run begins. With only one goal on her mind, Evans knows that she must push herself to ensure that she gets what she wants next season.
The off-season really does build championships. You know, what you do when people aren't watching is what is really important. And I think, you know, one of my favorite quotes is that when everything seems like an uphill struggle, you know, wait till you get to see the view from the top. The off season's hard, yeah, it feels like you're constantly swimming upstream, but then when you get there and you get into the season and you're winning games and you're performing, that'll make everything worth it. You know, a conference championship, I mean, I would, if I had to work like this every day for 5, 10, 20 years, I would do it for a conference championship. I mean, I don't know what it feels like to have that, but it's one feeling that I've always kind of desired. And you know, watching Baylor win the other night, I mean, it made me really emotional, because I was like, wow, I wonder what that feels like. I wonder what it would feel like to win a championship. So I think that kind of in the back of your head really, really motivates you.
Evans knows that the hard work she and her teammates put into their game now will result in another season near the top of the SoCon.